Hello and welcome to Adobe InDesign. We're going to take a look at our interface and how to do things and how to get around in Adobe InDesign. And this video is going to teach you a little bit of that stuff. Now, when you launch Adobe InDesign, this is my screen right now. I've got a lot of stuff going on, and it will not look like your screen. So let's take a look at what your screen probably will look like. Once you get going in Adobe InDesign, this little screen here is kind of nice because it shows you, oh, the last couple things you've worked on, so you can just launch them. You can create a new file here. You can open a file. You can go home, all kinds of stuff. But up top, if I go here and I go to Essentials, your screen should probably look something like this. If you at any point in time does not look like this, you can go right up to that button right there and you can go to a different setting and do the things that are here. You can also go up underneath Window and Workspace, and you can see there are some set presets. You see here Eric's 2-monitor setup. If you want, you can get happy with your layout, your where you've got panels and set up, all your stuff set up, and you can save that workspace so you can use it over and over again, or you can save it so that if anybody changes your workspace, we'll see in a moment that we can switch it back to that. If you see here, we have our toolbar down the left-hand side that has all the tools in it. We also have on the right-hand side all the different properties, panels, and stuff like that that we can use. At any point in time, if there's not a panel that we don't see or need, we can go to Window and we can bring these things up, like layers and links. And notice all these panels are like tabbed folders. So you can click on these tabs and it'll take you to that palette. We can also click and drag those tabs to take them out of the panel and have them float around. We can also take them by grabbing the tab and bringing them into this area. And when we do that, you notice how it turns it into blue, or we can bring them here. It'll bring it next to it like that. We can bring it back out. I can bring it into this section here, let go, and it becomes part of that panel. I'm going to take that out of there for a second, and we're going to bring it right back in here with this one. We can also bring them back in here, and you can see that it will put them in to this little section here. Also, we can click the little double arrow at the top, and that will expand them. If you want, we can even drag them out, because taking a look at just these little icons and then having to hover over them, when you're first getting around in InDesign, that might be a little more difficult. Like, oh, what does that mean? Well, I got to hover over it. It says links. I can hover over that pages. But if I want, I can drag them out a little bit farther, use up a little more screen estate, but still see what's going on here. I can say, please open this up, and let's go to, we're going to open up stroke. Well, I'm going to put that in there, and we can see stroke and color. And when we click on each of these things, they're going to be there for us. And then if you get to the point where, oh, I know what all these icons are, you can make them small, and it helps save a lot of screen estate. When you see up here under Essentials and you go to, and you can see Eric's 2-monitor setup, that is, here in my office, I have two 27-inch monitors side by side. Now those monitors are set up so that you can see here, there's a lot of panels. And on a small screen or a laptop, you might not have a lot of screen estate. So I've got it set up so that all my panels are over on the monitor that's to my right. And this area here is all for me to work with and have all my pages, and I can see everything nice. So if I got a 2-page spread or whatever, it's just easier to work with. And I've saved that as a 2-monitor work site, Eric's 2-monitor work setup. At any point in time, if you even decide, oh, you know what, I'm going to pull the pages out and I'm going to move it over here, or let's put that away, or drop this out, and I move things around. Say I want this one here, I want color over there, I want this here, stroke we'll put back. When you get comfortable with your in InDesign where you want things, you can go in there and then just go workspace, and new workspace, and you can save that workspace and call it whatever you want. and then it'll show up in this list, so you're all set. And at any point in time, if you say, oh my gosh, I've really got this messed up, I don't know how do I get things, I'm not comfortable, what do I do? We just go back up underneath here, and we go reset essentials, and it will set everything back to the way it was. All right? So at any point in time, you're never going to mess anything up. You can always get back to where you started.